Where the hell has this guy been?
I don't know.
What happened in here?
No, he cleaned up.
Where is he?
What? Something scary happened? What?
What? What are you doing?
Certainly nothing illegal. At least under international law.
Nice. No, wait. What have you been doing? Well, what is it, Alex? Alex, what?
Look, young man, me and your mother have been worried sick. We haven't seen you for days. What is going on?
I'm sorry. I've just been trying to find the treasure.
I don't know what that means.
You think that there's a secret treasure hidden somewhere in all this trash?
What? No, that's ridiculous. There's just an ancient clue.
Alex, what makes you think...
Long ago, when Atari closed their doors, they buried their video game fortunes in the desert somewhere and left clues in bad video game movies. It's our job to look through those movies and find those clues. Vec, will you join me?
So, if you think there's a clue to this treasure in this room, what is it?
I bet the real clue will be inside Vec all along.
What?
Of course! This makes perfect sense. All we need to do is watch Doom and find the first clue to Atari's video game treasure.
Why?
We've got Doom set up in front of us. None of us have seen it.
Alright, tell me a little, run me down. Tell me about this movie.
It's Dwayne The Rock Johnson's, like, 5th movie.
Okay.
In 2005.
Yeah.
Specific, 2005.
This is a 2005 Doom movie with 2005 Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
And this is based off of
So-
Doom the video game.
And
Yes.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
And that's all we know.
Life.
So, because... because this is
hot.
early Dwayne The
Yeah.
Rock Johnson's career, do you think they'll know to use him well enough to have an egregious muscle shot?
I mean,
Will there be an egregious
Is he
muscle shot in
jacked?
the movie?
they're taking off his shirt at least once, I'm calling
You're
it.
calling it?
If he's jacked, they're gonna do it.
He's jacked.
He's
He's
jacked,
Dwayne
and they're
The Rock
gonna do it.
Johnson.
Has
Look,
he ever... He
I
came out
don't
the
know.
womb jacked.
Oh god. Sorry, Mom.
What is this thing?
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
That's why he says to her.
Yes. Apparently there are other people in this movie too.
Really?
Besides just...
I thought it was a one-man show.
Like, even the monsters are just, like, completely uncostumed.
He's just like
Dwayne
him
The Rock
running across
Johnson.
stage frantically.
So,
Hey, did Doom have a campaign?
yes, it was
Okay.
only camp. Wasn't the,
No,
the
it was-
original?
Yeah, the original one was...
Only campaign.
No, it wasn't. Only.
Was there multiplayer
It was
in
the
the original
first
Doom?
multiplayer game. Are you kidding me, guys? And I thought. Okay, we're done.
So yeah, plot. Do you think how close do you think it's gonna follow the video game? I don't think at all. I think it's gonna be completely
Well, I
different.
didn't even know it had a campaign up until 30 seconds ago, so I'm gonna say to the T.
Wait, what? I don't remember what the original, like...
There's a base.
Yes.
Demons go to it.
Yes.
He fights them.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty much the plot of the game.
Well, then I feel like it wouldn't be, like...
You'd think that. But I'm not
Alright,
convinced.
so predictions, let's go with hard predictions. I think there will be one demon. Maybe more.
I thought you said
Maybe
that's ballsy. Only a demon.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they just typecast him and then used him over and over again, kind of changed up his hairdo. That's possible. Put me down for that prediction. In fact,
So I know for a fact, the one thing I do know in this movie is Dwayne The Rock Johnson is the front of the cover. Will he be the main character? Or is he just the front of the cover for marketing? Because
Okay.
I honestly think he might just not be the main character.
So is your prediction that he's just not the main character?
I think he'll be in the movie. I don't think he's going to be the main character.
I mean...
that's bold.
Yeah, I'm trying to think back to, like, 2005 and think of, like, how much of a movie... Because Dwayne The Rock Johnson wasn't as much of a like, star as he is now.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true.
So I don't know. Like, would they make an entire movie about earthquakes for 2005? Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
No, that's a good point. They would
He
not.
did 4 movies before this?
I mean, I just said.
But he was
5, I don't
already
know.
a well-known actor or a well-known person.
Well,
he was
yeah,
a well-known
through-
wrestler.
Yeah, well-known wrestler.
Then
He'd been in a few movies where he'd starred, where he'd like actually starred though.
Oh,
before this.
had he? Okay, so
Yeah.
so then I change it. He's gonna star then.
Okay.
I changed my mind. I hadn't realized he'd actually starred in things before this.
Yeah.
Savage.
On that note, let's start the movie.
Alright, let's do it.
What's that? I'm not having a stroke, right? You guys saw that.
They ran out of frames.
Her arm gets cut off, right? I called it.
Called it, yeah.
Oh,
Oh! Is that...
Yeah, why?
Oh, wow!
Right off the bat.
Right
Right off the
They
bat.
wasted no time with the fucking shirt.
Transporters are 5 minutes late.
That's the guy that killed Bruce Wayne's parents.
Oh my god, is it?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're right.
He's really going up in the world.
They sent this message when the research team stopped responding to all communication.
I guess you gotta face your demons sometime.
I don't get it.
I just have a hard time believing that in the future we don't use helmets.
He went to one galaxy, his ass went to another.
Scientific miscalculation. Unbelievable as it may seem.
Wait,
you
whose
exceed
legs are
the
those?
odds
Those are
of
his
a
legs.
mistake.
That was a
Finger
flashback.
out, you call me
Oh.
Pinky.
So I'm saying the editor needs to be fired.
I thought that was in that room.
In one of the carbon dating labs, there was an internal phone left off the hook.
Did you get any information from it?
No.
Clear right.
$5 says this shit ain't nothing but a disgruntled
$5
employee.
inflated. For 10 more years is not worth much.
You don't look like a Mac.
Katsuhiko Kumanosuke Takahashi.
So, Mac.
I'm glad that scene
That's what humor
exists.
looks like, folks.
BFG.
Bioforce gun. Ha ha ha.
Oh yeah, meet Lucy. Lucy, this is my brother John, another creature from the long-lost past.
Sick burn!
Lucy and our child were our first major find. We're bringing out more every day.
Yeah.
Does it ever bother you? You could have spent your life looking in a microscope instead of a sniper scope.
Please, I'm a rifleman.
Don't move.
Hands up!
All three
All
of them.
of them. Yeah.
Let me give you a hand, sir.
I'm not gonna hurt you. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, bam. Get a med kit.
Fan going it.
Same.
Nailed it.
I'm just a little shook up. I need something in my focus, man. My game face.
Little Flintstone vitamins.
Dude, what the fuck? This is Cialis.
Viagra.
Now I'm fully confident. Feel like I can take on the world.
He's got
What does that look?
lust.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Oh, yeah, you called it.
Excuse me, man. It's inside.
You'd think they'd have braces.
The
in
director's
future.
like, we need more time.
We're professionals.
Also, I feel like that gun is heavier than like
than his ability to lift.
Yeah, then it would be like.
Oh. At first, cadet. Just like training.
Something about that zoom shot.
Yeah, on his face. It's a lot
That
funnier
looked
than
like a really dated shot.
It looked like an 80s, yeah. It looked like an 80s.
Some kind of monkey.
You're right. Where did she come from?
Who is Steve?
Maybe that doctor guy? But like, she did not
He
come
with
with
her
them.
daughter. Yeah, no, this character is not
Where did
set
she
up.
come from? Where'd she go? Where'd she come from?
Yeah, she didn't go down with them.
God, my joke.
Portman, what the hell happened?
I fell in the damn hole.
Everybody on me, watch your goddamn footing.
That was some delivery there, right?
He was like moving his head like he was yelling, but he wasn't.
He
wasn't talking any louder.
That was DMR'd?
Maybe.
You're right though. Yeah,
there was some like audio dissonance with that going on.
It looked like he was yelling. Everybody on me! Everyone, watch your footing.
You lost your folks, right?
Shut up.
What? Fuck? Hey, I called that kinda.
Dr. Willis?
Hey, it's not CGI. Oh shit.
Oh.
Yummy, yummy.
What the fuck?
Oh, okay.
Well, I was right about somebody fist fighting that thing.
Were those power cords necessary?
He doesn't need air. It could have come from another planet or something.
What, like an alien?
Look at that thing! Perfect!
Wow, he got serious. Like 0 to 100 real fast.
He's like, do you see like the solid
He had
spittle?
the spit that flew out.
You know, Duke, I bet secretly you have a big heart.
It's congenital.
Your fucking weapon, soldier.
He's like, how can I say no to a face like that?
Look convincing, The Rock. Squints.
Oh yeah, Mac was here for like 2 seconds, explained his name, and then we haven't seen Mac.
No, he's here now, I'm pretty sure. He like joined up with them. Remember, he left that guy and the guy was like...
He's having a flashback.
Max, stand by. Destroyer
Hey, there's Max.
North airlock. It's secure. Console indicates nothing's come in or out for 26 hours.
Oh, wow! Wow, are you shitting me? Are you shitting me?
Mac, no!
I'm going to the armory. I think we're gonna need something with a little bit more kick.
He goes to the armory, just picks out another Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Like a smaller one.
This thing didn't butcher Willis.
This thing
It
is
is
Willis.
Willis.
It is Willis.
I gotta take a dump.
What? Now?
Yeah, unless you want me shitting my pants right here.
Why did he look so happy when he said that?
He just loves shitting his pants. Don't judge a man for his passions.
Welcome, Patricia Talman. Access.
Oh, The Rock's been waiting to do that all night. He like moves that gun out of the way and there's like a smaller gun behind it. This is what I want.
cock a Gatling
Yeah,
gun?
I don't think that's how it works.
How did he get from stabbing it to fucking jumping? How did he jump? What the hell is going on?
Shit.
Oh, come on!
Rookie mistake.
That makes me upset.
Oh my god. Does he not have another clip?
Brought 2 magazines!
Shit.
Good thing he reloaded.
What? He's happy about this? He was just being a dick.
Chromosome 24.
Oh my god.
He's retarded. You gotta check everywhere.
It's so frantic. I love it.
Semper Fi, motherfucker.
Oh!
He did that to himself.
Yeah.
We have to watch this.
No, we don't. We're grown men.
Alright, so we just watched something.
Movie.
Doom. I feel like I watched 2 different movies.
Right? Okay, so first let's do a plot synopsis.
Okay.
We're gonna do it a little different this time. Me and Feck are gonna say every other word.
I'm
not
a
human Doom monster.
And there you have it, folks. The entire plot.
Okay, so
yeah.
We start off with an incredibly short first act. It's The Rock and a bunch of assholes.
Actually, a bunch of assholes.
Legitimately, a bunch of bad people.
I've seen like ragtag groups of soldiers, but like that was something else.
I like how they're supposed to be like the Spec Ops team, but like all of them are so ill qualified.
Yeah.
All of them have like severe psychological issues.
Problems, yeah.
Okay, so set up to the movie. A group of 8 guys, all of whom have severe psychological problems. Actually, I think to a T, every single one. Go
to Mars.
To Mars. Yeah. to investigate a locked lab where 6 scientists died and send like a distress signal, I guess.
Well, they didn't. They thought it was like a rescue mission.
Yeah.
Because they thought the scientists.
They're like,
were still
we
alive.
came here to get 6 scientists. Yeah.
So they go there. They find a bunch of people dying. Some dead people, some people like some demon things. Who knows what's going on?
Yeah.
I don't know. The girl who's there reveals who's also the main character's sister. Also, I'd like to point out that I was totally right. The Rock is not the main character of this movie.
Yep.
The Doctor is. Even though at the beginning it looked like he was going to be the main character. I feel like they rewrote it. I feel like he was.
Yeah, I feel like they rewrote it halfway through. Yeah.
We'll
put your phone away.
We'll get to that later. So they find out that there's this fucking the thing that Martian people made that gave them another chromosome. Why they have the same chromosomes as humans? Fuck you. Is what the movie says, not me.
She's got 24 pairs of chromosomes.
Humans only have 23.
But what does the extra pair do?
Makes her superhuman. The extra pair makes her super strong, super fit, super intelligent.
And she has Down syndrome.
Yeah.
That makes them super powerful, gives them super strength and smarts, and makes them have babies that go. Wah!
You don't shield a baby from time.
Yay! God damn it.
Stay here. Okay? Door.
Makes them monsteroos.
It either makes you a monster or it makes you a superhero.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's literally what
That's
this...
a better way to put it, yeah.
Yeah. And so, again, it's completely dependent on whether or not your DNA says you're a good person or not, which just opens a whole host of fucking philosophical things the movie does not touch on at all.
10% of our genome is still not yet mapped.
Yeah. So that's another, like, you only use 10% of your brain, like, random science bullshit that movies use all the time.
Oh, you use 100% of your brain.
True.
Or else you'll die.
Or else you'll be dead. And then... So up until this point, it's a pretty enjoyable little action movie.
Yeah.
And it's right after this point, the movie takes a quite sudden turn into being a different movie, and I think I'll let Feck take it from here.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson's like, now we kill everybody.
Yeah.
And then the other people are slowly like, wait, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
They're okay. They're just scared shitless.
We kill them all. Let God sort them out.
This is wrong. I think...
Son, you don't think! That's an order.
And then randomly, like, so Dwayne The Rock Johnson kills this baby kid because he was like, hey, we shouldn't kill innocent people, and Dwayne The Rock Johnson was like, I disagree.
Go to hell.
What
the
That was immediate.
And then, like, zombies and aliens get loose, and somehow everybody else except for our white main character at this point, his sister, and Dwayne The Rock Johnson survive. Oh, actually, Dwayne The Rock Johnson gets pulled through a wall, and we assume he's dead. So we assume it's
shit.
At this point, we assume it's only our white action hero left and his sister. And his sister's like, also, I have the extra gene with me. How about I put it in
Well,
you?
she picked it up. We saw that.
Yeah. Oh, did we?
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Because there was that scene where they were leaving, and then she goes back and picks it up.
Alright, fine.
One through the heart, one through the head. Don't you hesitate, okay?
I won't need to.
So that turns him into a superhero. It turns him into a video game character.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
it goes to first person shooter mode
And becomes actually a video game.
And you're just watching animators play Doom at this point.
Oh no,
We should
don't
have
tell
made
me
it-
it's gonna be in first person.
Yeah, we should have made a prediction for first person.
We already did.
Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, come on. Oh, God. Here it is. Here it comes. And then how does it end?
And then Dwayne The Rock Johnson just walks out and he's like, just
meet
kidding,
up.
I'm not dead.
And I'm also the final boss.
And I'm also the final boss, and you see as a neck bite, and so sorry about that in case it picked up on the mic. But anyways, and so Dwayne The Rock Johnson's like, now we
battle.
Now we fist fight, apparently.
Even
and
though
we
it's
fist
been
fight.
established that before you turn, you're aware of what's happening, because that one guy killed himself, and Dwayne The Rock Johnson's...
There was some subtlety there, right? Because you got to remember the guy who killed himself, right? The guy who killed himself was a man of God.
Ethan
right?
Mead, Doom the movie, had some subtlety.
It did. Few and far between.
Okay.
But you got to think about the characters that turned, right?
Yeah.
You got to give them a little credit. Maybe they did it on accident. But the guy who killed himself was an interesting character, right? He cut himself for God for saying his name, right? He's like a man of God, but he's kind of fucked up in the head.
he was
And so-
like, God damn it, and then he like pulled out a knife and just cut himself. Slow motion.
I know.
I can't stop kicking barrels.
Bad.
My life into pieces. This is my last resort.
Let's finish this story first.
yeah.
We have a little smidgen left.
Yeah.
White action hero and Dwayne The Rock Johnson
Battle.
and evil Dwayne The Rock Johnson duke it out because they're both now super powered. I'm fine. And then Dwayne The Rock Johnson gets thrown through a portal and a grenade, and then they throw a grenade in after him, and he goes, ah!
When we describe it again like this, it's even more bizarre. Describing just like what happened, it's like, wait, what? Okay, cuz predictions. How did they hold up?
I didn't have any.
Shirtless Dwayne The Rock Johnson was literally the first shot of him.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
So that was solid.
We had some predictions throughout.
I didn't think that they'd follow the storyline of the video game. Even the storyline is incredibly simple. They did not follow it really at all. They followed the aesthetics, and they didn't follow the actual story, which I actually appreciated.
Yeah.
But, so here's what I think is weird. Because in the original video game, they're actual demons from actual hell.
Yeah.
Or like a dimension. It's like half just an alternate dimension. It's one of those things where it's like, this is how our version of hell is. It's a real dimension where it has these monster demon things. And in this, it's just like a disease, basically.
Yeah.
It's genetics, man.
But, so I feel like they got the theming of the movie, because it was really God-heavy. Like that one guy literally carved across into his arm.
Oh, man, it was God-heavy.
And they kept on saying...
Hell, demons, like all throughout, like fucking vocab terms.
Yeah, but the actual game has actual hell, but this movie does not. Yeah. So it was a weird choice to change it from being a hell, but keep the theming implied by that, but change what it is.
I thought that worked for it, honestly. I think it was way overhanded. Like, use less vocab words, right? Just show us some things. We get it. I at least thought the guy carving the cross into his hand was interesting, but executed extremely poorly, considering he kicked the can, thought about it, chose to say goddamn,
and then it was cut himself.
This is like, I said his name, and there's like also like old scars that you see,
which is kind of cool. Yeah, no, I like that.
So here's the thing.
That was the only visual theming.
Here's the thing: the first half to 2/3 of this movie is really good.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
Almost all practical.
Yeah.
Which is like, for a movie,
CGI
for like a dumb movie made in 2005, I just thought the whole thing was going to be CG.
Yeah.
Most of a lot of the monsters are practical.
There were some bad CG effects. Random choices. Some blood effects were CG for some reason.
Yeah, but some weren't.
Yeah.
Like the one where he's like eating the rat, it's all really practical. Yeah. Like it's no CG there. It's some weird choices. It almost feels like a 90s movie more than a 2005 movie. Yeah, it's still like partially...
I could see Arnold Schwarzenegger being just Dwayne The Rock Johnson's
also,
character.
The editing was terrible. We talked about that a little bit. The editing the direction wasn't actually that bad.
I feel like the editing, I felt like they hired an editor that was like for like that had only done comedies before.
Yeah, the pacing was really interesting on that.
Because all of the cuts seemed
timed for comedic. No, the one with his heartbeat where it's him and then it cuts the thing and it was silent.
Cuts.
Boop. See, it's edited for comedy almost. And it was just bizarre, and also some of the line delivery, which maybe was a director too.
As fuck.
What was the one that we talked about?
The guy who he literally asked, "Why don't you go fuck yourself?"
It was like it was a real question.
Yeah.
Come on now. Hey, wait a minute! You can't leave me here. I'm not a soldier. Why don't you go fuck yourself?
What? The delivery of that was very weird.
It was like an actual question, why don't you just go fuck yourself?
No, why don't you go fuck
yourself? As if he was prodding for a real answer.
Weird.
Yeah. Weird.
So the beginning, and then it has some amazing, some of the best things I've ever seen. Some amazing action one-liners and action scenes.
I feel like their one-liners were... They kind of knew what they were doing, this is way over the top. You know,
they definitely the guy. There's a scene where a guy has a computer by its wiring, which would never work, but fuck you, and he swings it around and smashes it.
They even put a GoPro camera on it for some reason.
Holy shit.
Yeah! fucking, and it's the coolest. Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
That was honestly my favorite fight scene.
Yeah.
Where he's in that cell and fighting the monster.
Yeah, and also what is the fucking Dwayne the Rock Johnson? What was the line that he said?
Oh, the condition?
Yeah.
Then what the fuck is that?
It must be a genetic mutation. Something environmental or viral. I don't know. It may even be reversible.
It's irreversible.
Not necessarily.
Dr. Carmack's condition is irreversible. Because Carmack's condition is that he's dead.
He's not wrong.
Oh my god.
Experimenting with.
Oh, baby.
It's even funnier because people have died in this movie and come back to life.
And
That was
so,
really
and so the
funny.
first 2/3 of the movie were like kind of really good.
Yeah.
Really
And then-
enjoyable. And then the third act happens. They travel back to Earth.
I think.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Earth.
they do.
Yeah, it's Earth.
I think maybe because they filmed this all on sets, it's really hard to tell what's Earth and what's Mars. There's really no distinction.
It was Earth. We know it's Earth.
It was like
Yeah.
we know it from
Oh,
what
but
they
at,
said.
But at first, when it was going on, I was like,
But in context and visually, there was no distinction.
Yeah.
Like they might as well have just been a different building.
Yeah,
I have a feeling it only
exactly.
happened on Mars because of the game.
They should have put windows in, but I mean, that would have been really difficult.
Here's what's weird to me. Like, okay, so the movie starts. They set up that these guns have cameras on them. And all three of us, I think, were like, oh that's how they're going to factor...
The kill cam, yeah.
But that's how they're going to factor in a first-person video gamey look.
Yeah.
Is through these, like, gun cams.
Activating remote personal surveillance.
Circle up, man. On my 3. 1, 2, 3.
Kill cams up and running.
And they barely
And then they
used
don't.
it. Yeah.
And then when the one
It's
time
like-
they do go
it's
first
like
person,
flashed on like a computer screen.
yeah,
Like a couple.
and then the
scenes.
one time they do go first person, it's not in universe. It's just a director cut.
Yeah, it's a first person.
All CG, and it looks terrible.
Yeah.
And it's paced terrible.
Oh, the pacing is what kills it.
Yeah.
Because at least that first scene, it's like chaotic and brief.
Yeah.
Right? Which is not necessarily what you want for a first person scene, but it felt real. It was like, oh, what's going on? You know, it felt interesting. And
then suddenly you're playing a video game at like a
scene,
weird.
Jesus
Suddenly they
Christ.
cut to a let's play of the second
No,
Doom.
but the shittiest Let's Play I've ever seen in my
Yeah.
goddamn life, going 2 miles an hour. The enemies are, like, telegraphing their attacks.
Yeah.
Like, nothing else. The only thing that was even slightly decently paced was the dog scene.
Not it was.
Well, not the dog scene. The guy with 2 wheels.
So I think you're right. I think if
Yeah.
this, I think we talked about this a little bit in our podcast where we kind of first formed this idea of doing the show, is that I feel like this falls into the category of like it was good, but it would have been better had it not been a Doom movie.
Had it just
I don't
been
even know. I
something-
don't even know about that because there's something I
No?
want to talk about. The BFG scene, right? When we're first introduced to it, and Dwayne tries to get in to the thing to get the gun, but he can't because he needs the bio thing, right? And then he finds the hand and eventually does it. I think you could have done something there, right? Because the BFG is kind of like an annoying reference, like, oh, this is a Doom movie, you know? And they're trying to throw it in your face because probably by that scene I had forgotten that it was a video game movie.
Me too!
And then there was like the BFG, and I was like, oh, okay, we're watching a Doom movie. But you could have done something there. You could have kind of hinted at some subtle undertones that maybe he's not a good guy. And maybe you could have, you know, done something.
Yeah.
Where he would have gone to extra lengths just to get his hands on this firearm, right? But he really just happened to find a hand. Or that's what it felt like, right? He
Yeah.
just happened by the hand. He's like, oh, I can get a cool
Which he
gun
also,
now.
he needed like a DNA sequence to get in,
I
and he
think
like
you could have
found a
done
severed
something
hand to get in.
dark, or maybe even like a little kind of
Yeah.
weird with that, and kind of
Well, that was the other
explored
thing.
that character a
It
little
felt
better.
like because they needed a last boss and they wanted to be Dwayne the Rock Johnson, they just, which is a weird sentence,
Yeah.
but they just like changed his character for like I had the two because he's
Yeah,
not
they
like
didn't
that.
set it up
The thing is, they could have
appropriately.
done something interesting with him turning into a villain. They could have done something interesting with like making the first half of the movie seem like Dwayne The
needed
Rock
to set
Johnson
his
is your
character
video
up
game
better.
hero.
Yeah.
and then having him turn.
They-
But they
Though-
didn't. But they didn't make him turn. They just he was
Another-
just suddenly different.
Another choice I will applaud is the lack of like stupid romance. Like there kind of
Yeah.
had like some flirtation between the girl, but like the two leads.
It was more of a joke than anything.
Yeah, and the female and male leads are brother and sister.
Yeah, which was cool. I really enjoyed that because I was like, cool, we can skip that fucking plot
because
that I thought
because
was
they
gonna
said
happen.
like we have history, and I was like, oh god, they're gonna be
Yeah,
exes.
it's gonna be
Like
awful.
Jurassic World, and
Yeah.
like they
Yeah.
were exes, and then they get back
Like
together.
a throwaway line. It was a joke where he's like, "No, she's my sister."
Yeah. And then they kind of had like a sibling repair relationship, but it wasn't that stupid Hollywood thing.
Yeah,
and
it
I was
wasn't
just
over
like,
the top. It didn't take away from the plot.
And actually, they solved it before the third act.
It also
So it's
made
all right.
sense. It made sense, and
It
a lot
did.
of love stories don't.
Yeah.
Because those are inherently hard
Yeah.
to build, and not only just the 2-hour time span you have, but while you have other shit going on in the background. And they just skipped it, and that was perfect.
Yeah. And so, first 2/3 of this movie are really good. I was surprised.
I enjoyed it.
Like the movie started, and I was like,
Not even from a
Is
comic
this-
book perspective, but just from an actual enjoyment
Well,
for what it was. I enjoyed it.
It's not like it's a high art or anything, but there's some
Yeah.
scenes that like made me really happy. But I bet if you went back and watched the footage, and I bet even our like sound recording will bear this out. You'll see like a lot of things from the beginning, and as the movie went on, just like more silence, so you're just kind of like, oh,
Yeah.
like it wasn't even so bad that it was entertaining anymore. It was just kind of like poorly paced.
I kind of
and
felt bad.
boring.
Here's
I
the
felt
thing.
bad by the end because I was like,
Yeah.
"This is kind of cool, and this had a lot of potential."
If they had done 3 things, it would have been like an actually good movie. First of all, if the editing
Wasn't
was
the worst.
better, it would
Editing-
it would have been good. If they had shown Dwayne The Rock Johnson's like actual progression into a bad guy,
They should have either
it would have been better.
planted the seeds for a bad character or shown a progression.
And if they had just skipped the stupid first-person
Like-
shooter
yeah.
section,
And also this was
'Cause, like, the
important
last
to
fight
important to
wasn't
say.
bad. The last fight
Yeah,
was fine.
Important to
Yeah.
say. This movie is almost 2 hours long.
Yeah,
They could have literally cut that, make it an hour and a half, hour 40 movie. It's like a really goddamn.
it would have been
good
the
movie.
same, and you would have gotten the same.
I want to
like-
get a Blu-ray of this and make my own cut. That's like just cuts out all the stupid video game shit in the middle.
Yeah.
And you could you could say that people would have been pissed that they like cut out the like section where it is Doom, but the section where it is Doom is where they're in Mars and it's not first-person shooter, and they're just kind of going through the maze of things,
It
following
felt like
the
Doom.
creatures.
Yeah.
Here's the important thing: watching, especially that beginning part, made me want to play Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished.
I have a
so
feeling-
cut out that fucking first person
I have a feeling,
shit.
and this is not something I thought I would say about a video game movie. I think the director had a vision.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
and the studio stepped in at the end. It was like, this
And
doesn't
they-
feel enough like Doom.
And they literally
Yeah,
just
yeah.
changed the
and just
ending.
shoved in the
Yeah.
stupid shit at the end. Cause it's like a pretty like classic, funny, good one-liner. It's like an 80s action movie almost.
Yeah,
It feels like a lot of practical effects, a lot of great one-liners, a lot of like interesting characters.
Yes.
Yeah, it kind of feels like they took Aliens and then looked
That-
at,
I knew there was something I was forgetting.
looked at like Predator. Or
Me and
something
him
like
talked
that,
about this
and
a little
we're like,
bit.
Why don't we make something
Another
like that?
downside is this movie rips off so much shit
of everything.
of pretty much every
the air duct
sci-fi.
scene, the sewer scene, my flashlights are going out. Fucking the nano wall thing wasn't specifically ripping anything
There was
off.
also-
but that
Yeah,
kind of
honestly,
scene-
it could have been a love letter to like those types.
This
of
is all.
movies.
Also, like when they were in like the pit and the guy swinging the thing was like fighting the Doom monster. It looked so much like the Alien, like the way they were shooting it, and like especially when it like put
That's
its
what
head
made
up.
me think of it. Yeah.
It was like that looks like the Alien. It looks like a fat alien because it's like all muscling and shit, and the
But
aliens
see,
are
they
thin.
even had some kind of funny homages, right? When that fucking tube came down and that kid shot it up, totally felt like an Alien scene where something was popping
Yeah,
down from the
yeah, yeah.
ceiling.
Yeah.
Because that's what that kid was thinking.
Yeah.
And as the viewer, that's what I was thinking. Like, oh, the alien.
and they had almost some like vaguely Evil Dead style, like silly camera work. Like
Yeah.
especially like when the black guy is like going up at the vent, and, like the monkey comes
Yeah.
out, and there's like these weird like
the way
zoom
the
shots.
way that it zooms in
It felt
and
like a
back
Sam
out.
Raimi
Yeah,
movie.
yeah, it really
It felt
did.
like Evil Dead.
And it was kind of like artistic and cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's such a like I thought we were gonna watch this movie and it was gonna be fucking terrible.
Yeah.
But it was
no,
like
it had,
really-
it had
I really
potential. Like if
enjoyed
they
it.
just fixed those 3 things.
and honestly,
it
we're
would've been
saying
good.
like, honestly, even with that shitty ending, I would say it's honestly worth watching. Just
I
for
would
the
watch it
beginning.
again,
I would watch
honestly,
it
yeah.
again. When the Rock sees the doctor and he sees the hand and there's like that weird like below him shot of him going like, oh, and like his like eye looks really big because it's kind of like a fish camera lens, I think. And it's like, That's actually cool. And also the scene where, like, it's like one long take of them
Yeah,
talking to each other.
that didn't need to be one long take, but it was, and it kind of felt cool, yeah.
And honestly, it worked for the scene.
Like, the director had a vision.
This is what I want to say.
The director of Doom 2005 had a vision for this movie.
Specific to the editing, it felt like a first pass.
Yeah.
It felt like a first pass edit.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Also, like, I feel like they went for a lot of the first takes sometimes, too.
Yeah. But especially with some of the deliveries. Like, holy shit.
I would say
why don't you fuck yourself? Ethan.
Oh, and
why
some
not
of the
fuck
dubs?
yourself?
Okay, one thing that really pissed me off, though. The fucking Mac character.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Why the fuck was he there? That pissed me off so much.
Okay. Yeah. Because there's a throwaway joke about him having a long Asian name because minorities are funny.
Yeah, ha 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 ha.
And then, but we
they
think
call me Mac.
We think they dubbed over his line of him saying his name because it doesn't look like it works because the character, the guy playing him, probably wasn't Japanese and probably couldn't realistically say this Japanese fucking name.
Katsuhiko Kumanosuke Takahashi. So, Mac.
Yeah, there's one other time where they DRM'd it. They like put up new audio over it where it looks like The Rock is yelling,
and
but
he's just like talking.
The audio comes out like really normal, and it's like really weird.
Everybody on me, watch your goddamn footing.
But things like that are kind of charming.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I don't feel like those things like that are necessarily bad.
But
because
when they add up, when the editing adds up with these weird
they're things that are so bad that they're kind of funny. Like you look at them like they're like haha.
Yeah.
But then there's things that are bad, like the video game section where you're just watching and just like
the video game section. A lot of additional things.
Oh yeah, but also with the Max scene, he's in that first thing. He's really not in the rest of the movie.
And then he gets killed. He's a throwaway character.
Yeah.
He's a throwaway character that only exists in throwaway scenes.
They probably actually cut something out with him.
They brought up also like the drug thing with the kid. Never really went anywhere.
Was that just like a?
They were just
was
like,
that necessary?
naughty.
No, you know what that was necessary for? The whole weird thing where he's in the sewer. He's like, "Didn't your family die?"
You lost your folks, right?
Shut up.
Yeah.
I bet you. No, here's what I bet. But
they added that scene in after.
They wrote the movie and were like, that feels weird. Why would he just say this? Let's make him high.
Yeah, exactly. Because the character's literally like, your pupils are dilated. Are you high?
As an excuse for like the terrible dialogue.
They probably like added that scene in after where he's like,
you
wait,
shouldn't have characters saying something that audience members are asking themselves afterwards, right?
I bet they screen. I bet they like did like test runs and they were like, that guy seems fucking high.
Yeah.
And they were like,
cool,
make him
throw it
high.
in, yeah.
Okay. So yeah.
Like honestly, not that bad. If it just like fixed those three things that I listed, it would have been genuinely good.
So honestly, like,
but
it
those
would have been like a
things,
cult movie.
We need to say
honestly.
this. Those three things detract a lot from a final product.
Yeah.
But the first like hour 20 of this movie, hour 15,
the first
pretty much no problems.
Yeah.
I mean, there are problems, but the problems only
the
make it
editing.
funny. They are enjoyable problems. Like they're fun to see these shitty things happen.
Yeah.
It's like a bad B movie almost.
Yeah.
During the bad parts and during the good parts, it's like
It's a solid
it's like
film.
a action. It's like watching like
got
an
some
80s
merit.
action movie.
It's got some merit. Yeah.
So that's Doom 2005. Surprisingly solid entry. I feel like we are only going to go downhill from here.
Oh, hopefully.
So yeah.
Okay. So now what? What do we do now?
Well, you see, Feck, it's simple, really. We just have to look at the clues that the movie gave to us. For example, that one main character guy was a brother. A brother has to be a son. There was also gross things in the movie, which made people say ick. Son, ick. The whole movie also took place underground. Son, ick, underground. There's only one solution. I actually don't have anything. I don't know. It's yours. Your guess is as good as mine, dude. We're fucked. I'm stuck. Atari, they've won. I don't know.
I mean, I guess while we just mull over the answer, we can watch this.
Suddenly I have a craving for chili dogs.